Hello, Old School Gamer 1971 here, greetings one and all, especially to you, Millie and Lloyd. Today my third album thoughts is on Black the Fall. I've been playing this game for around 3 hours, and this is what I think. Black the Fall by Sansailor Studio. It's a platform game that came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017. No, it's not a sequel, but it looks and feels like the spiritual successor to Limbo and Inside. Released by Square Enix, it is good to see a different genre from Square. I do hope it gets a sequel, however. It's not a bad game, and sometimes with an indie title, the second time round the game is more polished. Inside had elements that was originally planned for Limbo. This really feels like it's the next evolution to those games. This is a compliment for both developers, I promise. Sansailor Studios are based in Bucharest. Founded in 2014, Black the Fall was their first game, with the second game, Boss Guard, which came out recently for PC. I certainly will be keeping my eye on this developer. In this game, set in a communist dystopian world setting, you play as a factory worker Black, a normally obedient employee, slave. He takes his chance when one presents itself to make a break for freedom when a door malfunctions. With platforming sections, puzzles, stealth and brain power, all is needed. And if you do all that, the impossible. Has he ever seen the outside world? It appears not. The game doesn't end when he escapes. It then becomes facing the world outside and surviving Ed 209's. More on this later. So is this Black the Fall, or is it Flack the Ball? The graphics on the game are pretty good. They are moody as hell as well. Well, it is supposed to be a dystopian setting. They didn't overfill the background. This accents the things it should. Characters, obstacles and enemies. Cleverly, there is still hidden stuff that's not too obvious, none neither. It is also very clear, as in where the enemies are aiming, the red light. I like how you collect hats and wear them. Inside the factory is dark, also some nods or plagiarism to 1984. And when you step outside into the wasteland, it's covered in derelicts and litter. I also like how the Ed 209-esque walkers, there could be robots or mechs, either way they have an engine and exhaust. Pleasantly, we are back at instrumental 80s synth, with what little voiceover there is, in Russian, I'm only guessing, you have to read what is going on around you. The ambient sound helps here too. The siren is loud and abrasive, as it should be. In fact, I believe that the lack of voiceover or written story to a degree adds to the overall atmosphere. It does its job. As when you do get those darkened rooms, the sound goes to a minimum. The sound is very well done, and certainly it is a great addition to this game. Surprisingly, there is another game that this borrows from quite heavily, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. You have to take control of some other workers to open doors, switches and counterbalance it. The controls are easy and responsive. The puzzles can be tricky and you will die quite a bit, par for the course in this genre, just like Limbo and Inside. You do feel a little dumb sometimes with how easy the puzzles really were. Again, this is a great positive to the game. It is very easy to pick up and play with minimum buttons, but it feels just right to play at the same time. And when you get the robot dog thing, it's time to learn some new tricks. Atmosphere, again, this is very good. You do feel threatened, and more than once I died due to pressure. Sometimes you have to circumnavigate an enemy and it's all down to timing. The stealth sections come around often, then at other times it's platforming sections, all of which are well designed. For me, it's a step up from Limbo and Inside, but at the same time, without either game, this game would have most likely never have existed. The music and graphics leave you feeling like Big Brother is watching. The best thing though, is it all remains that way throughout this game. Not many games manage this feat, so well done Sansela Studio. Hell yes, the whole Abe thing threw me off, but it is a game changer here. I love the style on show here. It is a mishmash of styles and game mechanics, with downloads being such a big thing now, and certainly the 2D platform has become quite a hot genre. This to me is right up there, and whilst I enjoyed Limbo and Inside, Black the Fall is just a tad more polished. The team put together the right concoction of ingredients to make this game, but it's the Ed 209 mechs, or robots, it's the robot dog, it's the stealth sections or the tricky platform sections that make this a fun game to play. Just one more go, and how stupid am I? Make this a great game to play. Yes, it is doable in quick time, but stay away from YouTube and it could take you a little while. So Black the Fall it is. So that about wraps it up. I hope you all have a good day. If this has been helpful in any way, like, comment, share and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow and makes an old man very happy. I post new videos every week. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Old School Gamer 1971 signing off.